I had this whole intro planned, but seeing Alex Bonifer outside of character in Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat is throwing me for a loop alongside Jerry Hawk, Emily Pendergast. I mean, Alex, talk about this transformation. This is crazy.
Hi, Trevor. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. Yeah, I knew that I wanted to do something different physically for Dougie. The transition started out of necessity. I was in a couple of commercials during the pre-production lead up. So first came the beard because I wanted to show his unkemptness. I let my hair grow. And the more I got to know him, it just made sense that he would have this like beach bum, burnout, blonde hair that would show that he is, far from grown up, far from equipped to take over this company. And yeah, it just made sense on a lot of different levels.
I think he wanted to keep it too.
Yeah, they made me. I was so mad.
Yeah, dang it.
No, people were in my life, we couldn't talk about this.
Yeah.
People in my life thought I was like losing my mind. They're like, "Are you okay? Is he he's like having a midlife
Yeah,
crisis
this is
or
the thing with bangs.
with your back?"
They're like, uh-oh, M's got bangs. What's going on?
I mean, this show is, I love it so much. I'm calling it the show of the spring. It is so perfect. Jerry, I mean, you are the boss of this show, of Rockin' Grandmas. Talk about the kind of, you had to know everything about Rockin' Grandmas. Talk about going through the process, the research, the website, the social media. Talk about all of the work that went into nailing this role.
It was crazy because we literally had to go back 100 years. We had to come up with a reason. How did Grandma Roz exist? She obviously wasn't a Womack, so she was married to a Womack, right? And so they met after World War I in the
The
1920s.
whole family tree. We
Yeah.
sat down and went through.
And we would share with each other. Okay, so your aunt, let's have it be your real aunt. So he'd go a name, I'd have to learn that, and I'd say, okay, your grandfather's so and so, and he would say, okay, I got. So we learned all this stuff, and then it kind of evolved too as it went along. We had to add and subtract people.
Can I just sing Jerry's praise really quick? He was the keel that
Yeah.
kept our ship steady and anchored and
Truly.
grounded through all the chaos that was going on. We all could lean on this guy right here.
Yeah.
Just so impressive, and I was so fortunate to get to work with him.
That's
Everybody.
amazing.
Was shouldering so much and always made time for all of us.
You guys.
Yeah.
And obviously,
He's
Dougie Jr. has his mother's hair.
Well, and you've been very much praised in the show, but I'm not going to spoil that because that is some of the funniest moments on the show. Emily, I mean, are you a real Swiftie? I have to know if that was brought into character, if that is so authentic.
Now I am.
Yep.
I leaned on my niece without telling her anything. I called Eva and I was like, can you tell me 15 things every Swiftie knows and you can't ask me why? And she was like, are you finally becoming one? And I was like, sure I am. And
Why
now
not?
I see it. Yeah.
And, I mean, I want to know, Emily, also talk about Anthony. I mean, Anthony is such this Anthony, not other Anthony. Obviously, we love other Anthony as
Yeah.
well, but hero
Yeah.
Anthony is so awesome. I mean, he is such a great guy, just like Ronald Gladden in the first season.
Truly.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's lightning in a bottle twice, and Anthony is so pure. I mean, we also keep in touch with him and just check in on him and like we're like, how you doing? And he was so just down. He was so down to clown. He was like just had our backs from the moment one of walking into the office. And I specifically remember a day where he started referring to the business as an us and a we, and it was beautiful. Like I feel like you and I even locked eyes. We were like, it's happening.
Yeah.
So, and he just was so pure. Like, I want to protect him at all costs. He's an angel
Yes.
and just an incredibly unconditionally good person.
Yeah.
And the most difficult thing was that Ronald set the bar
Yeah.
so unbelievably high. A lot of Jury Duty fans were like, how are they ever going to catch lightning in a bottle again? And along comes Anthony. And my goodness, in 10 minutes, it was like,
Yeah.
Who
he's
is this guy?
So curious and just, yeah, he was really just fun. You wanted to be around him.
It has to be a guy too that's not too he can't be a TV buff because I mean between the three of you there's ER, there's Seinfeld, there's Veep, there's Kevin can F himself. I'm gonna edit myself for that, but like all three of you, I mean that probably has to go with casting. Jerry, talk a little bit about that. Like he can't recognize any of you, or the jig could be ruined.
Well, let me tell you right now, Alex has done so many commercials that if we were doing the show right now, we'd have trouble because he's gets constantly. I'm at home and I'm telling my wife, "That's my son right there on the chase spot. That's my son." She's like, "I know it." A year and a half of that. So yeah, but the thing was, when we got to the retreat, no TVs,
Mm-mm.
no phones. So it was set up to make sure that nobody could call him and say, "Hey, I just saw your boss on Seinfeld,"
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I was having legitimate nightmares as the lead up. I knew that my first interaction with Anthony was going to be in the conference room, and I was having visceral nightmares of me walking in and have him go, "You're from the thing. It's you." And then everyone comes out and it ruins and it's all my fault. So
We're
that was
all
part of, again, the necessity of growing my beard and the hair and changing up this look was to prevent that literal nightmare scenario from unfolding.
Yeah, it's because what we're doing is, I think, hard enough. You were kind of walking around with a live grenade constantly, and then to have that on top of it, yeah, it was fascinating. But we had each other and the whole crew to get each other's backs. And I
That
think
was
we
the
even
key.
talked too of like PJ's character, marc-sully, brilliant. PJ, we would go like, oh, I would believe they would do commercials.
Yeah, right.
Because in
Yes.
case Anthony saw one of theirs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So thankful for all of you that didn't happen, and as an audience member, because this show, like you all said, lightning in a bottle. Jury Duty presents Company Retreat, streaming on Prime Video. Alex, Jerry, Emily, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
so fun.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Season 2 of Jury Duty, you have no idea what's coming. It's called Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat. Marc-Sully saint-fleur, Lanisa Renee Frederick, Rachel Colley. I mean, Marc-Sully, this show does not work if you do not impress from the first meeting of Anthony. Talk about meeting Anthony this first moment.
Oh my God, I felt so nervous because at any moment, anyone could say anything and it could completely be over. Imagine he walked in, I'm like, hi, oh my God. And I just freak out and then it's over with it before it even starts. But he walked in, we were ready. And like, I was like, be cool, be chill. He's very go-getter. So when he walked in, he's like, where's that retreat again? He starts Googling it. I'm like, oh my God. Guys, he's looking it up. Are we okay? And we're all on a Slack at work, typing to each other like in a real office. And everyone's like, you got it, it's chill, offer him the chips, And like, I felt like it was a lot of pressure, but Anthony made it easy to just relax. Like, he's on board, just be with it. Yeah.
It is so fun. And I think my favorite part about the show is that all of you still called each other your character names because you are in character, whether filming is happening or not. Lanisa, talk about that process that people need to understand because we see the footage, but then when it's not rolling, you are still these characters for Anthony's sake.
Well, one of the most interesting and brilliant things I think we did was come in the gate only with our character names. And you mentioned this before. Rachel came on, a couple days after we had started rehearsal, and we were in the elevator, and she goes, "Hi, are you Lanique?" And I'm like, "No, no." You said I'm Rachel. See, I called you your character name. But yeah, we immediately started out the gate with saying our character names, which was very, very helpful because I know I was scared of not being able to remember. So that was so helpful within the entire process because otherwise I'm still messing up names. I still have their character names in my phone. I'm sorry.
I hadn't thought about this until now, but the other Anthony in the show, we don't name him until we know the name of Anthony, the hero.
Yeah.
So we would just in rehearsals call him Other. And so we had to learn his name at the same time that we learned Anthony's name. And sometimes I just wanted to call him Other.
It's so funny. I did not know he wasn't Anthony from the beginning. I figured it was vice versa. Like, okay, we're going to name him Other Anthony because we already have an Anthony. That is so funny that you say that. And Rachel, I have to tell you, I talked with Mecky Leeper about St. Dennis Medical. Love that show. Love him from the first season. He said, you have to watch for Rachel Colley this season. She's a good friend of his. You knock it out of the park. So many scenes. I don't want to give away spoilers because I want people to experience it for themselves. Talk about kind of just being in this experiment and just knocking, like the whole cast is so terrific together.
Yeah, I mean, we're a bunch of improvisers. So it was sort of like, we had our characters and we had scripts and stuff, but they really let us play with each other and play with each other.
Okay, freak.
Hold on now.
Hi, freak.
But yeah. And so sometimes you say stuff, you're like, huh? But what was I gonna? Oh, basically, we're living there for 2 weeks, and so we are just trying to have fun, and it made our characters expand more and more the more that we were like improvising with each other. So it felt easy to build these characters and live in them.
so emotional as well. I want to say, I'm not going to talk about the ending, but I'm watching this last episode and getting very emotional with this reunion, with all of your reactions. It's so heartfelt. It is a show we need today, right now.
Yeah.
Marc-sully, talk about being part of that show that just, it's so heartwarming.
I couldn't agree more. It's exactly that. And I feel like we all need a hug right now. Things are wild in these streets. So this show is just going to bring a good piece of humanity to the people
Absolutely.
that they need right now.
Absolutely.
Anthony is a great vehicle for that. He was on board with us very early and just started the thing that really let me knew that we could do it is he started using the word we very early on, as opposed to you guys or y'all. He included himself with us. He saw himself as a part of the family. And that's when I was like, okay, we can actually do this, guys.
So are there times during filming where you're thinking, like, but outside of that, when you know he said we can do this, were there times where you thought it might fall through, it might not happen, because the stakes are so much higher this season with so many cameras, a huge set, like just so much more at stake?
For me, all the time. I thought at any moment I said, I'm gonna mess it up. We are gonna mess this up. I would say especially, and then there are times that he's so on board, you're like, wait a second. Oh my gosh, we can keep going forward. But I feel like the entire time I thought I was messing everything up. I was like, I thought I was slipping. But what's so beautiful is that we have an amazing ensemble that had each other's back. The moment that we felt like something was slipping, or the moment we felt like, oh, I can't do this, we have someone else there to help us and push us. That's what made it so good.
Like you said, a terrific ensemble. The show would not work without it. You're all so amazing. Jury Duty presents Company Retreat, streaming on Prime Video. Marc-sully, Lanisa, Rachel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.